5.5 in here. 9.25 to 5.5.
Huh?
Gotta get the heavy hitters, huh?
Okay, so I thought I would start with at the middle of the cul-de-sac where we're going to have our turnaround area that is actually going to be required by the County of Yavapai. And we'll get to the lodge, and then we're going to walk on the east side of the lodge up to the staff cabin area. We built this retaining wall to serve two purposes. One is to help the erosion. As you can see, the riprap that we put on the bank here, we're going to line the top of the road there with boulders all the way from the black Yukon all the way down to the north edge of the lodge. This also serves as a good seating area for the afternoon out of the sun. As you walk to the south end of the lodge, this is going to be a nice gathering spot for eating, visiting, and as we pan toward the staff cabin, our plans are to put a small fire pit right at the end of that picnic table and before the steps leading up to the staff cabin. The plan also is to riprap the whole hillside between the staff cabin and the lodge. Let's go look up inside the staff cabin. Okay, this is the staff cabin. There'll be 3 rooms in here. We're going to be putting some bunks in there so we can accommodate staff during camps. Our plan also is to put a meeting table in this main area, work area, and maybe some work table space in the corner. I'm not really sure how we're going to finish this up yet, but it will be a good work area. We have Wi-Fi access. At night when it's lit up, the lodge area, you can see down, it creates quite a nice view. Below the patio area, there's a ramada. We plan on removing that and putting a fire pit and a gathering area there. As you walk down from the staff cabin and past the gathering area behind the lodge, we have built steps and rip-wrapped the patio, the added patio. And we'll plan on ending up back here when we finish our little circle around the cabins. We had to, because of the elevation of the septic system, we had to put timbers around it so we can fill over the top of it. And it can also serve as a seating area once it's all filled. We have a maintenance path so that we can have access by a vehicle and a trailer to all the cabins to secure them in the winter, remove all the mattresses, any other maintenance or repair that needs to be done throughout the camp. We plan on removing that stump, and we're going to put an outdoor amphitheater from the steps all the way to the left, almost to the maintenance pathway. There'll be 3 tiers, and I believe it should seat between 60 to 70 when we're done. By those 4 oak trees to the left of it, we will be building there's a flat area we're going to be putting a podium on the other side of the truck there, and also a flagpole. Again, to minimize erosion, we built several dams there to slow down the water flow during the rainy season. This was a natural wash, and of course we have to have access to this area, so we rip-wrapped it, and I believe it should hold up pretty well. It's weathered a couple good storms already, and I think it should hold up for the long term. Okay, and all the steps throughout the camp have been lined with rock to minimize the erosion. Again, these steps we're looking at now has lasted through the last winter, and we had quite a bit of snow. So it seems like they're doing their job. This deck has not been refinished yet. All the other ones have. It's been used almost every weekend for workers sleeping in here on Friday evenings. So we'll kind of finish that off. All the windows have been screened, or the openings have been screened, and there's shutters on them, every one of them. The doors have been refinished and painted. There's a back screen. Each cabin, when we're done, should sleep 10. We're going to use the 2 center lower bunks for personal effects. We're going to box them off. Though we've found that the bunks may be long enough to have a mattress as well as an area for their personal stuff at the foot of each mattress. Okay, just pan down there. This is the area that we plan on putting a volleyball court. It'll be a full regulation size, 60 feet long by, I believe it's close to 30 feet wide. We'll also have a fence across the northern edge, the far edge, to minimize folks having to climb down there to retrieve balls, which is quite a ways. Both the bathhouses and saunas have a utility room, which has 2 hot water heaters as well as easy access for maintenance on the showers and all the plumbing.
Let's continue.
This back area is to the right is the cook's cabin. I think we're going to end up using it as a boys' console area and overflow area. The sleeping area, as we pan to the left here, there are 5 cabins which will serve on the boys' side and 2 ramadas for meeting areas for different activities throughout any camp. We have decent lighting that sheds a lot of light in the area. Will be on all night long during each camp, so folks can have access from the pathways to the bathhouses. Boys' bathroom side. We're waiting for the privacy stalls to be put in, as well as there'll be 2 urinals in the back corner installed sometime next week.